What's up, everyone? Welcome to the 485th episode of the Pokemon Podcast. It's super effective. I'm not sure why I had that weird voice crack right there. I'm your host, SBJ. With me is Will.
Look, all of this is wrong. Now people will learn that I don't use lights in my house. If it's not sunlight, it's not going on. That they concede that I grow my hair because normally I shave my head and stuff on Sunday. This all you've taken us to the backwards reverse world. It's not good.
The distortion world is here.
It's the distortion world, yes.
Greg, also here.
I am also here. You will notice that everything's the same because I use the exact same lighting, and I will never open a window in my house because I don't need people peeping into my house.
But you pay for electricity.
Look, I'll pay for electricity to have nobody peep into my house.
Oh, no, I ain't paying for
Peepers.
electricity.
Isn't your office on the second floor?
Yeah.
Yeah, they can't
Do you
see
think
up there
I don't
anyway.
have neighbors
Oh, I don't know.
that have
Yeah.
second floor? Look, I could tell you stories of things that I have seen through those windows that resolve me in keeping these things closed.
Oh, dear.
That's like the dream, though, right? Like walking down the street, spying on people.
No, that's your
that's
dream, you
creeper.
sicko.
Creeper!
I'm always curious what people are doing in their house.
Why is that your business, you creeper?
You are a
Well, they're the ones
weirdo.
with the blinds open, are they not?
Yeah,
I
that's
don't
not
have
an invitation
blinds.
to look, you creeper.
I feel like
Keep your eyes in your own world, you
if I'm walking
sicko.
down the street and their blinds are open, I'm going to see what they're doing.
Because you
No.
have no control, you creeper.
Hey, you're supposed to close. If you want the privacy, close your blinds.
Greg, I take back everything I said earlier today. Now we know who the real creep
Yeah.
is.
Creeper.
It's just a little curiosity. That's all. If you're curious and you're watching the YouTube version, the last 2 months have not been a joke. I am actually moving. I am
This is the
surrounded
longest
by
con
boxes.
we've done on this podcast. This is how far we're willing to take the joke. We have put up fake boxes in Steve's house so that you all think he's moving, and then next time it'll be back to normal, like nothing happened.
I have never been so miserable in a week than trying to pack up 7
Because
years.
you waited till the last week to start packing
didn't
stuff up.
Wait, I was packing a month ago.
Were you?
Look, are you really supposed to pack your dishes like a week early?
Why
you need-
do you use dishes? You get
Yeah.
paper plates, you throw them
You
away.
pack those, and you get paper plates. Like, the environment doesn't matter when you're moving. Moving is already tough enough. The environment can take care of itself. Paper and plastic plates, just chuck it all.
Yeah, I really dropped the ball there. Look, I'm almost done. I got like
Look,
half a basement
what
to
do you
clean.
actually cook that you eat on plates? You eat at McDonald's 24/7.
I was.
They come with their own plates and own boxes.
I've had too much McDonald's this week.
That's
When
when your
you're-
stomach
when-
hurts.
When you're forced to have McDonald's, it's miserable because we have like nothing in our fridge. We stopped buying stuff. No plates anymore. When you have the options to be like, oh, let's get McDonald's. Let's treat ourselves. Let's, have it good. Let's hit up the.
Have
it's
it
been-
good.
I have.
And
Okay,
McDonald's.
Nobody is forcing you to eat at McDonald's. There are a lot of other places. 2,
BK Lounge.
nobody apart from 2-year-old children have considered McDonald's a treat.
I don't know. There's some days when I'm like, I haven't had a burger in 6 months. I'd eat that McDonald's burger. Starts looking good. And
Yeah.
McGriddles.
Yeah.
Look at your life. Look at your choices.
I had too much caffeine today. That's my life right now. Okay, we got a show for you guys. Probably won't be a very long one. We got the news in front of us. It's a Thursday night. I don't think anything's gonna happen this weekend. We're gonna do our show.
Wrong.
I'm gonna move. Will's coming down. It's gonna be great. And then I'm taking 10 days off Twitch streaming. Still will have YouTube videos. Obviously, still will have the podcast. Still will be reporting on news all of next week. Just no streams. And then we'll return to streams on November 8th. And all that stuff. So let's get into the news. First bit of news is there's a new online competition. I can tell you right now it's skippable because it's single battles, not double battles. Who would possibly want to bore themselves with single battles? You can only handle so much Stealth Rock and toxic
Yes.
spikes before.
And it's also single battles, not what did they? The tiers. It's not Smogon rules.
Yeah.
It's just regular VGC
It's just
rules.
regular old regular.
There are specific rules here.
Okay.
It's called the Gym Challenge. During this event, your battle team can only be composed of Pokemon used by Pokemon Sword and Shield gym leaders. No
wild.
duplicate Pokemon or items allowed during the competition. It is a single battle, like said. You will get 50 battle points for participating. That will take place. Well, you can sign up until November 10th, and then that tournament will take place on November 11th, and then go through November 14th. There is a list of Pokemon, and as much as I like reading a list of Pokemon, boy, do I love it on this show to read just 20 plus Pokemon in a row. We ain't got time for that. But
Wow.
the Pokemon that the gym leaders use, those are your options.
But the
There's only-
secret is you can mix and match.
yeah.
You can.
You don't have to say like
But if you're a true gym leader, you're not going to.
true. But you don't have to be like, oh, these are the ones that I'm going to intentionally mispronounce it in Steve's honor. These are the ones that Raihan used.
I think it's Raihan. I
Yeah,
think that's
whatever.
correct.
You're wrong.
Ryan. Yeah. You can use his Pokemon.
Which gym
He
leader
uses a
used
Duraludon.
Shuckle?
Who
Or
uses
are
a
they
Shuckle?
Are they counting the ones that happened in the thing beforehand?
I
Who
think
used
they're
Shuckle?
also counting the Pokemon that happen in the champion, like their
Yeah.
the end part. Because I also don't remember anyone using a. Wait, what was that Pokemon I just saw on the list?
Who's that Pokemon?
Yamask? Galarian form?
Yeah.
What? I don't.
Oh yeah, little mask kid.
Does he use that? I thought he used the evolve form.
Word.
Yeah, I
you
thought
might
he
as
used
well
the
just
evolve
read the
form.
list because it's going to take this long pondering.
I know. Also, I don't remember anyone using a Tyranitar in the first playthrough, so that has to be the champion battle.
That does
No
sound-
one's using a Tyranitar straight up.
Or a shift. I don't remember a shift tree either.
Ludicolo's on the list. That's all that matters. Don't say it, Greg. And we already are doing shaker and spoon this week for the ad.
Well, you can skip handcrafted for Ludicolo, I think.
I hate. What this podcast-
Alistair uses Galarian Yamask.
He does?
Yes.
Okay. I don't remember. They released. All right, let's move on. They released officially. We talked about this last week, but they did now put Hisuian Zorua and Hisuian Zoroark on the website. They're
Yep.
there. They're there with the official typing, with the official category. They have dex entries. I think they're like interesting to read here. So for Hisuian Zorua, it says reborn as a ghost type Pokemon using the power of spite. These Zorua migrated to the Hisui region after being driven from other lands by humans who shunned the Pokemon for manifesting uncanny illusions. But the Zorua perished, unable to survive the harsh Hisuian environment and strife with other Pokemon. Their lingering souls were reborn in the ghost type form through the power of malice towards human and Pokemon.
Dang.
That dude died. Confirmed.
Would you? No.
Look, through the power of malice towards humans, that dude was a human. He got his house wrecked. He is dead. They have no kindness in their heart. They are murdering people
That's
left
not
and right.
true.
It also says if Hisuian Zorua spot a lone person or Pokemon, the Zorua may appear before them in a guise mimicking the target's appearance. Unlike the illusion of the previous discovered form of Zorua, these ghostly mimicries?
Mimicries, yes.
Can we? I need a definition of this word.
Mimic.
It's
to copy.
mimic. Mimicry is to copy, is the act of copying something.
Like the act of
Mimicries-
mimicking. Mimicry.
Yes.
Okay, I see. Like milcery.
Yeah.
They're created by using spiteful power emitted from the long fur on Hisuian Zorua's head, around its neck, and on its tail. It appears that Hisuian Zorua absorbs and draws strength from its terror of those who witness their illusions. So I think the important thing here is it looks like it still probably has its ability.
Or some variation of it, yeah.
Right.
Some version of it. It's really because it says if they spot a lone person, they may appear before them in a guise mimicking the target's appearance. So it doesn't sound like it's exactly like it was before.
What it sounds to me like is it does. I hate to say it this way, but like when you throw it out, it shows up as whatever opponent is in front of it, but it keeps its typing, so it doesn't ditto. So it stays ghost normal.
Oh, you think
but
it
it looks
like the last Pokemon in the party,
Yeah.
it's going to look like them. But they're just going to know what it is.
not necessarily.
Oh, that's true. Like, I guess if
Yeah.
you lead, like, if you're competitive and you're leading, like, with a Tornadus Whimsicott, I don't know
Yeah.
why you would lead with those two, but they both know Tailwind.
Double Tailwind.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the best strat, double Tailwind. They'll never see it coming.
It's 4 times as fast. It's a
Yeah.
super big tailwind.
It's like throwing out Sonic the Hedgehog. You're just all speed. For Hisuian Zorark, it says the spiteful powers emitted from Hisuian Zorark's long fur projecting terrifying illusions.
You just
It
skipped
can
over
also-
writhing.
Yeah, I couldn't say that word. That's why I skipped over.
Writhing. Fur project terrifying illusions.
It can also inflict physical harm upon foes, damaging their bodies from both inside and out. And the
Thus, that
illusions
dude is dead.
the illusions that baneful fox Pokemon projects have expressions of such utter malice towards every last thing upon the world that those who see them are said to be driven mad by terror. Hisuian Zorark is ferociously hostile. See, you thought I was going to mess that one up.
No, I
and
figured you'd
aggressive
seen
towards
that one.
people and other Pokemon, but it appears to have a compassionate streak for those that it considers close, like a family. It has been seen to protect Hisuian Zorua, for example. Anyone able to establish trust with a Hisuian Zorark would likely find it to be an invaluable ally.
Man, this Pokemon and I have a lot in common.
Mm-hmm.
You think it's going to be a friendship evolution?
I mean,
is
that's
it
not
now?
how regular Zorua evolves, so...
Does regular Zora do friendship? I don't
No,
remember.
No,
just has to
just
hit a
level.
number.
It's black and white, so it evolves at like level 132.
Oh, my word.
I mean, I think it could be a friendship illusion. That would make sense. That thing is 5'3",
5'3",
160 pounds.
160.9 pounds.
Dang.
Both seem really, really great, honestly.
Yeah.
They both look awesome. Speaking of what looks great and awesome, Pokemon Cafe Remix is a thing.
Yeah, I'm in.
It's here.
I'm in.
It
I've been
it
making
dropped.
those drinks and those pancakes.
So we got big changes coming to Pokemon Cafe Mix. The major update to the delicious puzzle game will take place Thursday, October 28th. So that was this morning.
Did I?
Big changes are coming to Cafe Mix, so big that it's getting a new name, Pokemon Cafe Remix. It updated for both the Nintendo Switch. I forgot that it was on that platform, and mobile versions. Here are the new modes. So Pokemon Visiting Mode, Main Order, that's there. Past Order Mode, Menu Development Mode, Training Mode, Extra Order Mode. Puzzles have been revamped. The 3-tier puzzle system clearing has been revamped. Puzzle gameplay has been refreshed with specialty gimmicks. Cheer Rush also gets powered up. Megaphones can be combined. New events, tons of new outfits, changes to the stamina system. The time it takes to restore 1 heart used to be 30 minutes, but the time it takes to restore 1 stamina unit has been shortened to 15 minutes. Besides waiting for stamina to restore, there are other methods of restoring or obtaining stamina. Time stamina will be added with an item. When used, stamina will not deplete for 30 minutes. Team members will also be able to not sell, although it wouldn't surprise me if you could sell. Team members would be able to send stamina to each other. There are daily limits to how much can be transferred. And there's a bunch of like littler stuff. But so Will, you played the first one a bit and then you decided to start over here.
Yes, completely. I started over completely fresh, and I actually like the new interface. I do like the new game better. I think that they really explain things better, and the way that they do the introductory tutorial, it makes things a lot clearer about how you're supposed to play the game and make progress and everything. And it's got great music, and the Pokemon are all super cute, and they're all really happy to hang out with you, and I love that.
But it's not as good as Pokemon Shuffle.
It's different from Pokemon Shuffle. It's different. It's not better or worse. It's different. This has more of a story than Shuffle. It's not like you're just going along some path and it's like, oh, do this.
Oh, I
puzzle
didn't.
now.
I didn't need the story. I looked forward to
never
meetups
need
every
story.
Saturday. They had good events.
No, and then
Megas.
I get to use the Rowlet's superpower, and then it just goes like and puts a little bit of mint into the tea, and it's like,
Did they add a vertical mode?
No, not as far
Not
as I know.
interested.
I haven't tested that. I can test it for you right now, and the answer is no.
If under their big changes was you can turn it vertical, oh boy, I'd be
don't-
so in so fast.
I
No,
don't
the
understand you.
puzzles are wide, so yeah, no.
I just don't understand.
The thing that really
the
like
weirdest thing to be hung up on.
I know. The thing that I have to figure out better is like, is there supposed to be some sort of like art to the way that you swirl when you're swirling, or are you just trying to grab as many Pokemon as you can in the time that you
I
have?
think I think there's no art to it. I think it's just
Okay.
swirl and grab.
There might be some high-end cafe remix strats. I only got to. I think you can.
No,
can
but
join-
that's when you get the power ups, and then you got to get the power ups to
Yeah.
like the right location, and like the Rowlet one only shoots to the right, and the Megaphone you never know which way that arrow is gonna go, but the EV one goes like it's everything around it. Yeah, that's where you strategize.
I think you could join a group when you were like level 12 or 15 or something, and I didn't get there. I got to like level 9. I played for maybe 3 evenings for 10, 15 minutes each evening, and I was, it really didn't draw me back in. If it was vertical, probably would have committed. I'll give this a chance, though.
Play it
I
on
don't-
your Switch. Then you don't care about. You don't expect
Yeah.
anything on your Switch to be
I think you-
vertical.
That's true, but you have to use the touchscreen, right?
Okay,
I have no idea. I haven't played on the Switch.
but I mean, what's the
I don't-
issue?
Can I transfer my data to the Switch? Is it
I think you
Does
can
it-
you can
the account
do
it's like
crossplay.
sync?
Yeah.
If it's crossplay, I'd be maybe more interested. Speaking of new games, not really Pokemon related, but I do want to mention that Pikmin Bloom came out also today, which is Niantic's 5th game, 4th
dear.
game. So, Ingress, Pokemon Go,
Wizards
Harry
Unite.
Potter. They're doing that Transformer game.
More than meets the eye.
Yeah. Did you guys try the Pikmin game?
Heck no.
no.
Oh.
Number one,
Did you?
I've never played an actual Pikmin game.
Okay.
Number two, I don't need more. Do you know that I work a real?
Yeah.
Did you
A real
know?
job?
Not only do I work a real job, I work currently in a public health job, making sure that people don't get sick.
You
I
could
don't
tell
have
them
time to be goofing around with Pikmin.
What? This is off Nintendo.com. Grow and thrive with Pikmin Bloom, available for iOS and Android. Pikmin grow from seedlings. With every step you take, once they're big enough, pluck them out and have them trail along. The more you walk, the more Pikmin will join you. You can collect flower petals from your Pikmin's head and plant them as you walk to leave trails of beautiful flowers bloom wherever you go. At the end of the day, you can check out your step count with the path you walked, revisit pictures you took throughout the day. Don't forget to send Pikmin out on expeditions to pick up fruit and seedlings that you passed on your way back home. There are 7 types of Pikmin total, and they have their own unique characteristics. That's true in the main game too. For example, some can fly, some are strong. When friendship levels meet a certain threshold, your Pikmin will bring back gifts. You can link your Nintendo account, and you can play as your Mii character. I know Will loves Miis.
No. Not since the last one. What was it, Miitopia? Or no, I didn't do the most recent one that
Yeah.
Greg was doing, and all of a sudden I was some sort of villain or something weird.
I asked you. Don't act like I didn't
Not
give
since
you
the
the
one
choice.
I had on my iPhone that I could play every day that I really enjoyed. No more Mii's for me. Thank you.
I just got a don't play Pikmin while driving alert. So
So you're planting flowers virtually, not in the real world.
Yeah. It's so I played Harry Potter Wizards Unite. I think we all did, right?
Yeah.
Nope.
And I think Greg and I had very similar complaints with Harry
Yep.
Potter, which was it's really hard to play and walk.
Yep.
Like the game wanted so much of you. And it was cool to do the spells, but like when you're out in the sun doing a spell, you're just like, I just want to get this over with. Where Pokemon Go is I find it easy to walk and catch.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
find
find
it
it
even
difficult.
easier than you. I just put my Pokeball Plus on and keep squeezing.
So the Pikmin map is very simple. It's kind of hard to show. I mean, it's a free to play game. You can download it. It looks. The thing I liked about Harry Potter though is the map looked cooler than Pokemon right off the bat. Although I think Pokemon is kind of slightly caught up with it. But the other cool thing about Harry Potter is you could like download all the assets, and it was like 6 gigs, and it would make the app load faster. And I'm not sure why Pokemon Go doesn't have this, but Pikmin Bloom, it has the whole like, I mean, all their games are AR games, so they're using the map data. That's the important thing. So like the whole Harry Potter Pikmin Pokemon, you're a character with things around you, and you pinch and zoom, and you rotate the map, and it's that is the same. There is money, and it is laid out very similar to Pokemon Go in the store aspect. But it really, I don't know. Maybe because I'm not far enough in the game. I'm level 4, but it doesn't. I don't know what I'm working towards.
A beautiful
it has
world
the
full
same.
of flowers.
What was that?
A
Sorry.
beautiful world full of flowers.
Yeah,
That's
maybe.
what you're working towards.
So it has the same coin system as Pokemon Go, 100 coins, 99 cents, 550 coins for $4.99, 14,000 coins for $99. And you can use your coins to buy. They have the same 3 bundles. They have a flower pack, a special flower pack, a bloom pack. I don't know what these items do yet. You can buy flower petals with them. They have like so the Pikmin are kind of like incubators. So you get 2 free incubators for free. And then when you get a seed, which is your Pikmin, you plant it. And then when you walk like 1,000 steps, then it hatches. And then you have a new Pikmin.
So the Pikmin are like eggs, not like
Yes.
incubators.
Yes, the Pikmin are like eggs, but they're seeds. But you
They're
got to plant
seeds.
them and
Yes.
then walk.
So the Pikmin
if
are like
you link your
Pokemon.
if you link your Nintendo account, you get a big seed, and it's 10,000 steps. And I'm only at 6,000 steps, so I don't know what that hatches into. I guess I could look it up on the internet.
Spaceship.
And then there are single-use planting thingies. So like I said, you get 2 for free. You can buy a single-use one for $1.50, which seems like a lot, because 1,000 steps is pretty easy to do. Even 10,000 steps, I'm almost done with it in a day. Maybe because I'm moving, so I'm walking a lot.
That's more.
like a lot of the pandemic had me moving at most 400 steps.
But I would say first impressions. So first impressions of Harry Potter, way more complex than Pokemon, and I felt like I couldn't juggle both because Harry Potter was asking way too much of me, and I feel like Pokemon Go already asks way too much of you. Pikmin seems to not ask that much of you, and it's really just like every time I open it, it's just like, here are your steps. And I'm like, I'm kind of into that. I'm kind of into it just being like, you walked. Great job on walking. And I don't have any like stops near my house. I don't like the gym that's across the street. There's nothing there. The gym down the street, nothing there. Oh,
I mean-
wait, there is something there. There's a little plant. I don't know what that does. I have not interacted with it.
Get your flamethrower and burn it down.
Burn it down. So I only see one plant. I'll try to walk towards it. But I'm invested. I want to see where this goes.
I mean,
gave
did
it
you
$2.
play regular Pikmin?
Yeah, I played all 3.
See, I've never played a Pikmin, so I do not. The closest I've ever come to Pikmin is, remember how the 3DS had the puzzles, the 3D puzzles?
Yeah.
I mean, I completed every single one of those puzzles, and one of them or 2 of them were Pikmin puzzles.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
I like Pikmin. I think it's a cool series.
Well, sometimes you're not right.
Sometimes.
Yeah, so far it's really cute, and I think the barrier to entry is really low. The thing that I do like is the when the Pikmin like hatched, or I don't know, grew or born, came out of the ground. It knew the neighborhood I was in. So, like, obviously I live in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, but there are neighborhood, like, it said the neighborhood, and then it said Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and I was like, oh, that's really cool.
The neighborhood where it hatched, or the neighborhood where you got the seed from?
The neighborhood where it hatched.
Yeah, but like all the Pokemon Go stuff does that too.
I don't know if Pokemon Go specifically says my neighborhood. I think it just says Milwaukee.
I guess it depends on where you are, because I'm pretty sure Minneapolis is very well divided in Pokemon Go terms.
Let me see. Let me see if it says. So this Litwick says hatched in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Hatched in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. So the Pumpkaboo is, it says caught in Wauwatosa, Wisconsin, which that's just another city. I'm talking about like neighborhood.
Maybe they've refined things with the Pikmins. I don't know. You can actually give out your address now, because you won't be there by the time this comes out.
That's true. So specifically it says Cops Park, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, because my neighborhood is Cops Park. So I don't know. It's cool. I really like it. I think it's a really, it's so far it has asked very little of me, and the 10 minutes I've given it, I was like, this is rad.
It's asked very little of you now. Give it
Yes,
2
now.
months.
I am sure there are Pokemon Go players being very mad this game exists, when I'm sure that there's a whole team
How
that
dare
has
they
never
not
interacted.
make the improvements that I need them to make? See, this is the reason why we had the Galarian Slowking disaster, because they were spending their time making Pikmins and not paying attention to the really important stuff.
That's right. That's right. They were like, hey, all you Pokemon people, start working on this game. No, of course they have different teams.
I have a walking game already. It's called Pokemon Go.
Yeah, I think that's like the weird thing, right? Because Pikmin's not a huge franchise. I would probably say Splatoon is probably bigger.
It's
Mario,
pretty
Splatoon,
popular, though.
Zelda. Arms. No, I'm sure Pikmin is
Yeah,
bigger than
Arms. Let's get an Arms walking game.
Well, that was the thing with Harry Potter too. It's like, okay, so people like Pokemon Go, but some of the complaints of Pokemon Go was, I wish it did more. And then Harry Potter came out, and Niantic did say like, oh, Harry Potter is going to be more hardcore, and people really like Harry Potter. Like, that franchise is very good. But I don't know. I don't know if I don't know if it was J.K. Rowling's fault. Probably. I don't know if it was just Harry Potter in general falling off. Don't know. Probably, because Pokemon is still thriving. I mean, because they're putting out new games. There's no new Harry Potter books.
There's
I don't know
Harry
if it
Potter.
was-
A lot of things, like the franchise is alive and healthy.
Yeah,
yeah.
they're doing movies still. But I also don't know if it's because it was too complex, right? So there's like 3 variables that could affect it. I do hate the argument that is like, oh, the only reason Pokemon Go succeeds is because it's Pokemon. I find that, like, I hate that argument. Look at Pokemon Rumble Rush. Look at Pokemon Duel. Like, there are so many Pokemon things that have just straight up flopped.
Actually, the very clear counter argument to that are the number of people who never played any other Pokemon game in their life who started playing Pokemon Go and love playing Pokemon Go. It's not the Pokemon that brought them in. It's the gameplay.
Yeah.
And even if we look at a game like Unite, which has been out for 3 months, like it's fallen off pretty hard, at least with our communities directly and what I've seen on Twitch. Now, obviously, those are two smaller parts, but like they just did a Halloween event and it feels like no one cares. Whereas Pokemon Go has been really good at getting people to come back with their events, even if their events are repeat, like Darkrai or people came back, people like Pumpkaboo and stuff. What are you laughing at?
If there wasn't a more confirmation biasy statement, it seems to me that nobody cares.
I'm not saying no one cares. I'm just saying within our communities and with the communities I see in Twitch, it has fallen off. I'm sure that Unite is still very popular in Asia, which that's where it was
popular in a
targeted
lot
towards.
of places. Like,
Yeah.
those aren't great metrics to judge a game's popularity
No, those
by.
are fine metrics, because if I'm saying our community is still super into Pokemon Go and our community is not so into Pokemon Unite, I think that is fine in the example.
But what
I'm
are you
using
defining
here.
as our community?
The,
Like just the people you interact with.
the thousands of people that listen to this program.
Again, they are a tiny portion of the much larger world that
but
plays
I am
these
saying
games.
I am not saying in the whole world it has fallen off. I am saying in our community.
No,
Unite
he's
has
being
fallen off.
anecdotal. He acknowledges that it's an anecdotal, not a universal
If we look at our Slack channel, Pokemon Go is still probably the most active Slack channel that we have. Unite, not so much. Speaking of Pokemon Go, there is a Dia de Muertos event. How was that? Was that pretty good?
Well, Muertos.
Very bad.
Muertos.
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 There's a W in there. Muertos.
Meh.
Don't even.
Just done. The Day of the Dead event.
There you go.
All right. Ever heard of Day of the Dead event? It is a holiday observed in Mexico, other parts of America, that celebrates the lives and memories of friends and family who have moved on to another world. Hey, there was a movie about that, Coco, right?
Yes.
Not to be confused with Tapu Koko.
Or Secret of
Coco.
the Jungle.
Or that Coco.
Yes. The good Coco movie.
In ancient Aztec tradition, it is said that spirits of our loved ones never go away, but simply travel to a different world. And during that special time of the year, they will return to our world. Ever since, people that celebrate Day of the Dead get ready for this occasion, setting the table for their favorite dishes of their ancestors, covering streets with petals of Kempskuchili flowers, and lighting candles and incense to enjoy the joyful celebration of colors, music, flowers, and favors. So this event will take place on Monday, November 1st from 10 a.m. to Tuesday, November 2nd, 8 p.m. And that will take place... Oh, wait, where's the... Where's the location? Because it's not the whole world. It's like Mexico and everything below Mexico.
I thought we were getting it here in the United States.
Are we?
I mean, I've seen advertisements for it in my Pokemon Go when I open Pokemon Go. So
Didn't they do a Day of the Dead event last year, but it was specifically for
they
certain
did.
countries?
Yes.
And so on their thing, trainers in Latin America and the Caribbean can also look forward to extra bonuses.
Oh,
Everybody
that's
gets the
confusion.
event, but there are extra bonuses if
Yeah.
you're in Latin America
Got
and the
it.
Caribbean.
also, Cempasúchil is a marigold.
Was that
That's
like
what
a
those-
lay?
That's what those flowers are. It's a type of flower. It's an orange flower.
It's also where my Slack icon currently comes from.
So you'll have so for everyone then, you'll have 90-minute lure modules, 90-minute incense, twice the catch Stardust. And then for Latin America and the Caribbean, you will have bonus transfer candy. You will have specific Pokemon. You will have other Pokemon being featured by incense. And you will have event Pokemon featured by lure modules. There will be a collection challenge, which means you get another medal if you complete that. And at the end of that collection challenge, you will also get a Shedinja, a Poffin, and an Incense. There will be a Go Battle Day specifically on Monday, where you will get 4 times the Stardust from winning. Halloween Cup will still be available during this event. So, so this is how they break it up. So for everyone, you'll be expected to see more Cubone, Sunkern, Murkrow, Houndour, Sableye, Roselia, Greg.
Yep.
And then
I'm on it, baby.
Specifically for the Latin America and Caribbean, you will see Sunflora, Drifloon, Yamask. And those are in the wild. And then for Incense and Lure, for everyone, it's going to be Cubone, Sunkern, Sunflora, Murkrow, Houndour, Sableye, Drifloon. And then for Caribbean and Latin America, Alolan Marowak, Yamask. For field research for everyone, Cubone, Sunkern, Roselia. For Latin America and Caribbean, Alolan Marowak. There will be a free
I don't
box.
think you're saying that right.
Alolan Marowak?
I think everybody gets all these Pokemon. The thing about what's happening in Latin America is featured events Pokemon will be appearing more often in the wild than up here. They will be featured Pokemon will be attracted more frequently to Incense than they will be up here, and featured event Pokemon will be attracted even more frequently to lure modules than up here. They have more chances to get these and thus have more chances to get them shiny, but we will see all of these things too, just not as frequently
Just not as
as
much.
in Latin America
Not as
and the
frequently.
Caribbean. So we
Right.
can still get a shiny Sunflora, a shiny Drifloon, a
No,
shiny
Sunflora can't
Yamask.
be shiny. Sunkern.
I mean, Sunkern.
Yeah.
I mean, by process of
They're saying that the
evolving
Sunflora, Drifloon, Yamask in the wild will be rare for us, but not rare for Latin America,
Correct.
Caribbean.
Yes.
Yes. There will be a free box with 20 Pokeballs and an incense. There will be a free shirt for everyone.
It's a cool shirt. I like the shirt a lot.
It is a cool shirt. Yeah, that's it. Starts Monday, 10 a.m. local time. Tuesday ends at 8 p.m. local time. I believe all the Halloween bonuses still stay in effect too. So that's still double catch candy, double hatch candy, double transfer candy, and then they're adding on the double Stardust candy for those 2 days.
Like, this picture is deliberately designed to get my attention because it has Roselia, my top, Sableye, my second, and in my top 10, Cubone, all right up front. It's like, hey, why don't you come play our game?
I realized that the minute I saw that photo.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
it is a great photo, and it's designed specifically for me.
Okay, that's it for Pokemon Go. What?
Okay.
Okay, that's your Pokemon Go minute. I don't think we talked about Pogo at all last week.
There's nothing to talk about.
Pupkaboo. He's here.
I
Did
got
you
all the
complete-
sizes.
Okay, that's what was my question. Will, did you get all the sizes?
I've got no Pumpkaboos. None. Zero. It's still a shadow on my little radar dealie. Why would I catch Pokemon?
That's true.
That
See,
is
if you don't
valid.
like catching, maybe Pikmin Bloom is for you. You
Yeah,
don't have
you
to
can
catch
just
anything.
walk and leave
Because
flowers behind
the
you.
thing I like less than catching is Pikmin.
You don't like flowers?
I
It's like
certainly
gardening. Okay.
have made it very clear on this program and other programs I detest all plants. I
You
do not like
played
flowers.
Gardenscapes.
There's very little gardening in Gardenscapes. It's mostly fruit.
How can
It's
you come on to the show?
honestly, the majority of Gardenscapes is paving over the grass with pavement to create your dream garden, which has no plants in it.
Look, Gardenscapes has left your life. Will, you need a new
It's very
game.
true. And Cafe Remix is where it's
If
at.
you aren't planting plants in your garden, what are you planting?
Cement mostly and statues.
Don't think you're
Fountains.
planting cement.
I mean, that's the closest I can get. Fountains. There's lots of fountains.
This podcast has been bad. I'm sorry. We're gonna take a break. When we come back,
Why would you say it's been bad? This is one of our best ones ever.
That's true. That's true.
Positive.
If during this break, go to iTunes, leave us a 5-star review. Mostly greatly appreciated. We will be right back.
Just plants for Will.
Hey, what do you guys think about pumpkin spice? Pumpkin spice. Pumpkin spice.
Pumpkin spice frosted flakes.
Pumpkin spice.
Pumpkin spice mini wheat.
Pumpkin spice.
Pumpkin spice with frosted flakes.
Pumpkin spice.
Pumpkin spice.
Pop-Tarts. Pumpkin spice Coke.
Get ready for
Pumpkin spice Dr. Pepper.
Nice.
pumpkin spice.
Pumpkin spice frosted flakes.
Pumpkin spice. We got the peppermint mocha. And we are back from our break. Greg, it's your time.
Oh, we're here
Pokemon
already?
Masters EX.
Oh, for Matt. Yeah.
We haven't talked about Masters in a while.
We haven't talked about Masters. There are a million characters. They're just throwing people into Masters with the wild Pokemon, just like these two, shove them together.
Okay, so here's the thing. You're right. There are way too many characters, but that's literally what they asked for. They asked people what they wanted, and people voted on more characters. Like costumes and alternative outfits and just having more sync pairs was like constantly always voted up.
Yeah. And boy,
If-
boy, did they do it.
I mean, they listened to what people wanted, and now it's like, I don't know if people are sour on it. I don't think I am. This is how I think about it, and it took me a couple months into Masters to just accept that I'm not going to get everything.
Oh, yeah. I got to that a long time ago.
And things will come back, and that's fine. But I saw, some people being like, "There's just too many costumes. How is somebody going to collect all these?" And it's like, have you never purchased the trading card game? Have you tried? Have you tried to complete a set of the TCG? I mean, Fusion Strike is coming out, and I think it's 250 cards. Good luck. Unless you're buying singles, you're never going to complete that without.
No, you just buy a case.
Yeah, well, a case is what, 10 booster packs? That's 360. Yeah, 360 packs.
Case is 10 booster boxes.
Booster boxes. Each booster box has 36 packs. So yeah, 360 packs. That's still not probably going to get you every card.
If you can't get every card in a case, you're playing the wrong trading card game.
You are. It's called the Pokemon trading card.
You should be able to get at least one of every card in a case.
I don't know about that.
Folks, hey, guess what? In Vanguard, they have like guaranteed distributions. So come on over, kids. Play a real TCG.
I don't know. I just think of it as like the Pokemon trading card game at this point. If you can't possibly get every character, even if you spend money. Well, I guess it depends on how much of a whale you are, but so you just have to start picking which. Like, I'm sorry if you wasted your gems on Ingo and Emmett. That's your bad. You should have saved. You didn't.
You had to blow them all on sexy Leon.
I did that, and I didn't get them.
And now awesome Caitlyn and Sableye.
I did get Caitlyn and Sableye. So they announced some new characters here. What is it called? War Games? I think the event. Yeah, War Games is this new event.
Dang, hardcore.
It's hardcore.
It has Diantha with Keldeo.
The Diantha outfit is so amazing, and I kind of need to have it.
What does Diantha have to do with Keldeo? Because
so the rules are out.
When they do special outfits, they don't follow. When they're special Masters outfits, they go outside the established game lore.
The generations.
Yes, they always go out of the generations when it's a special outfit.
They just pick whatever. And your boy Guzma.
Okay, but Diantha and Keldeo, like she's wearing like kind of like an armor knight thing. Yeah. It's like a jousting. I don't know. It fits. It's cool. It's all right.
It's more than all right. She looks amazing in her armored outfit.
I reject this.
I don't have the other sync pairs in front of me. Guzma and Buzzwole, right?
Yeah, and he's also in a nice armor. Look, you played Pokemon Conquest. You know what these armor things are like.
Yes.
I bet it's like that weird British actress lady. What's her name? Tilda Swinton.
Oh yeah.
Is it? Are you talking about the person that goes, "You're the weakest link, goodbye"?
No.
No,
That's no actress.
Get out! Get out!
You know who I'm
Get
talking
out!
about?
Get out!
Yes. We know who you're talking about. Tilda Swinton is a
Is
great,
an
amazing
outstanding
actress.
You,
She's just a
the
little
fact that
odd.
you did Anne from The Weakest Link, like they're even in the same category. I can no longer be your friend. I cannot believe this.
Okay, we got Hilda and Diancie. However you say that. I haven't seen that movie. I'm not sure how they say it in the movie.
Beyonce.
We got Guzma and Buzzwole,
Mm-hmm.
and then we got Jasmine and Celesteela.
Yeah.
The event will go, by the time this podcast is up, until December 10th. It's a pretty long event. The first one being featured is Diantha and Keldeo. And then they did make some changes here. So they updated the store. They added a new gem option as well as daily, weekly, and monthly categories. Each category offering includes items that you can obtain at no cost. We hope you check them daily, weekly, and monthly. Items will start being added more to the categories on October 31st. There are new trainer bundles that they're adding. They've changed some background music for some sync pair scout screens. They've changed the battle speed for co-op. Which, what co-op events are anyone even doing at this point?
None. Like the co-op thing is just a big waste.
They added some more story stuff. The next villain arc is appearing. Every 25th of every month is going to be Pokemon Masters Day. So starting next month, the 25th of every month is designated to be Pokemon Masters Day in honor of Pikachu's Pokedex number. Please note that time is based on the 25th at 3 p.m. in Japan, JST. On each Pokemon Masters Day, we will have rallies of other things prepared as a sign of appreciation for your support. We hope you log into the game on the 25th of every month and enjoy playing Masters even more. I'm very curious what that is going to look like.
Yeah. Well, also the thing, so they had the daily rotation battles, which gave you BP coins. But because this game is solely about collecting now, you get summoning tickets for the specific region that you're fighting in. So when it was all Kanto, you got Kanto tickets. And when it was Hoenn, you got Hoenn tickets. And when you get 30 Hoenn tickets, you get to get an automatic Hoenn 5-star.
Yeah.
So the fact that they have just decided, like, okay, the BP is definitely not enough. You are now getting summoning tickets because we have so many pairs. So they're like trying to like mitigate it a little bit.
Well, again, it's like the Pokemon trading card game. How many people just keep buying cards and then put them in a binder versus how many people are actually like playing the game? I mean, a lot of people play the trading card game for sure. Like, yeah, but I would wager to bet there are more people that just straight up collect. Mm-hmm. And at least for me, Masters has always been collecting. I mean, I obviously do the events. I play them, but I'm not hardcore doing the Elite Four thing that they feature every... I don't even know when it rotates. I have only done it like twice. It was fine, like, but it's not on my to-do list of like, oh, I must do this. The next update for Masters will be late November, and they said there will be new sync pairs in December, probably bringing back some holiday stuff.
And I'm sure they're adding new holiday stuff.
Right. This will be the third Christmas, I think.
Yep.
Yeah. It seems fine. Look, they're like the thing I could say about Masters is they didn't do what Duel did, which just like changed way too late and then just folded. Like at least I feel like Masters is constantly changing, constantly trying to get new people in. They asked what people wanted. People said they want more sync pairs, and they're like, "You want more sync pairs? Oh, we will give you more sync pairs."
Nothing but sync pairs. This game is lousy with sync pairs.
So I don't know. Maybe they'll do another survey of like what people want. But
I'm still mad that they did not take my feedback of putting Mirror B in the game.
That's true.
Yet. He's not there yet.
Well, I
Can
know,
get
but
there.
like they've added like 50,000 new sync pairs, and not
And
one
they're
of them
going to
is
have a
Mirror B.
special event for Mirror B.
Oh, they
Look,
better.
if they can add Caitlin's butler with Staraptor,
That
I'm sure they could possibly add
That
Ludicolo
pull-
and Mirror B.
made me laugh so hard. I'm like, you're adding the butler before Mirror B?
Does the
You're adding
character actually have a
Caitlin
name?
Butler.
Is it, or is it
Yeah, I
Caitlin's
don't know his
Butler?
name.
Yeah.
I don't know his name. I was like, who is this
Where is
guy?
Caitlin getting all of her money from? I mean, she's
Cynthia?
a psychic, dude.
Oh, she predicted the stock market and the
Ah.
And the lottery tickets.
Just because
She's-
Cynthia visits Caitlin's summer home in Unova does not mean anything.
I don't
feel
know
like
how
if
to
you're a
say, I don't
Pokemon
know how to say
champion,
her butler's name. It's Darach. That
Is
his
it
name.
Darchi? Something like that.
Darach.
Darach. It's weird. I don't know how to say his name.
How do they add Caitlin's butler and Hugh is not in the game? This is mind blowing to me.
Well, nobody likes you.
I like Hugh. He's better than Hal.
How's in the
Dang.
game many times. We're gonna get Christmas
Who
Hal.
is it? Erica's in the game like 4 times. at this point.
Erica is in the game 4 times. And who else just got 4? Somebody else.
Red. Red has 3.
Red has 3.
Leon has 2.
2. Caitlin has 2.
Oh, Grimsley has like
Grimsley
3.
has and Morty has 3 or almost 4 now.
And no one even likes Morty.
Everybody likes Morty.
No, Morty's the
Your pal
he's
Morty. That's what everybody
literally
says. Luke's my
the
pal
worst
Morty.
gym leader in all of Johto.
What?
You go up to this guy, you're like, oh, ghost type gym leader in Johto. Miss Dream. No, dude has 3 Haunters and a Gengar.
Yeah, look.
He's the worst. Couldn't even catch a. Is Misdreavus the only new ghost Pokemon? There was another
Yeah.
one, right?
In Johto, I don't know. I don't like that series.
Yeah.
He could have at least had a Murkrow. Murkrow's spooky. Would have been like, whoa, Murkrow.
I'm surprised Bubblepedia. Does Bubblepedia not have a in Masters section for these people yet?
They should.
I don't see it. They have
Maybe
TCG.
Bulbapedia isn't covering Masters.
No, they are. Look, they got like
there it
1,000
is.
people working on that site. They're all freelance nerds. Bunch of nerds working on that website over there.
Wow.
Not us, though.
Harsh.
The podcast is the cool thing. Working on a wiki, that's the nerd thing. There are some platinum news for Diamond and Pearl, specifically Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. A gift. This is off Pokemon.com. A gift of the platinum in-game the platinum style in-game outfit will be given as a perk for early purchase of Pokemon Diamond and Pearl. You can receive this via the internet from Mystery Gift until Monday, February 21st. You can change your outfit at the Metronome Style Shop in Veilstone City. An internet connection and a Nintendo account is required to redeem the items. A Nintendo Switch Online membership is not required. Each item can only be redeemed once. This is what it says. Take it with a grain of salt. It will approximately take 2 hours of playtime before you are able to access the mystery gift function. Receiving this perk may require installing an additional update. A Nintendo Switch Online membership, which is paid separately, is not required to install the update.
I did a bad. I was going to buy both, and I broke down and pre-ordered the double pack.
Oh,
Where'd
I'm
you
worse
get
than
it? What
you.
bonus did you get?
I went with Amazon because you get like 2 of every ball type or something.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
I'm worse
Amazon,
than
you get Apricorn Balls.
Yeah, I went with that.
I upgraded to Nintendo Switch Online expansion pack.
And are you happy with your purchase?
Yes, because if you recall, actually it was only 4 days ago, I think, 5 days, I don't know, whatever Sunday was when this program came out on Monday, and I said, gee, the only thing I want Nintendo Switch Online to do is to add Nintendo 64. And literally the next day, they're like, pay us $70 more and you can get Nintendo 64. And I was like, take my money.
Take my money.
That's because you don't watch Nintendo Directs when they announced this like a month ago.
Correct.
I forgot to tell you about my code story at GameStop.
Oh, yeah. So you can get, well, I'll just say this again. You can go into GameStop. You can get your Zacian code in the United States. There is no Zamazenta code yet.
Correct.
It's not available until like November 11th. So get your Zacian code. I will say this again for people who don't watch my live streams. Let's say you only bought one copy of the game. You only bought Pokemon Shield, which Zacian works for. What I would recommend is get 2 codes from GameStop. Just be like, hey, can I get 2 codes? 9 times out of 10, they will give you 2 codes. You do not have to buy anything. You do not have to pre-order anything. If they're out of codes, they can print them on a receipt. We've gone through this many times. GameStop is the worst. It's fine. Get 2 codes. So this is what you do. You redeem the Zacian for yourself. You make a test account or a secondary account on your Switch. Play through the first 5 minutes of the game. Go to Mystery Gift. Redeem the second Zacian. Now, somebody else in our Discord or our Slack has the same problem as you, and they have the opposite game. You get 2 Zacians with your 1 copy, 1 for you. Then you trade your Zacian to another person that has the other copy. They do the same thing. They'll get 2 Zamazentas. Figure it out. Coordinate it in the Discord. Coordinate it in the Slack. You can do it. You don't have to buy 2 games. Another pro strategy, somebody said go to the library and rent the other game. Which I guess could work.
Yeah,
but that's like
work.
really selective. Like if your library even carries games. But what's your GameStop story, Greg?
Okay, I'm so mad. Okay, so Monday, I went and got my tattoo touched up. And then I got an email from somebody saying, hey, your game is on sale at the source. So I had to go and actually look at the source and see my game actually on a product at my local game store. It was a big moment for me. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm over in Roseville. I'm just going to drive over to the Roseville GameStop and get the code because it says they're open until 9. I drove over there. It is 8:35. Drive up, closed.
Is this in a mall or is this in a plaza?
It's in a plaza.
Okay.
So fine. I will go to the one over by the art park up by us. So I go over there, they're open. I walk in and I say, I would like to get a code card, please. And she looked at me and says, we don't have any. And I'm like, I could ruin my evening by arguing with this person, or I can just leave and deal with it tomorrow. So I left. And so Tuesday, I'm all ready to like fire up my anti-GameStop tweets. I'm all ready to get on GameStop and call around and say, this is your bad store. When the email from the UK webpage that I filled out on the podcast before sent me an email with both codes. And I'm like, well, I'm done.
Scam.
I got the UK ones. I put them in. I never had to deal, except for that one terrible GameStop thing. I got my codes. I got both of them at the same time.
So now I'm going to get left behind.
I don't have to go to GameStop again in 2 weeks and face the same garbage. I just skipped it. GameStop is awful. They should go out of business.
Bobby has already redeemed his codes.
And Bobby redeemed his
I don't
codes.
even have
Good
codes,
job, Bobby.
so I'm going to get left behind. I see.
Well,
to the
I will be
UK
in Minnesota
website.
in like 3 days. We'll go to GameStop together.
I ain't got time for you.
Jeez.
Literally, put your email in. I got the codes and they worked.
Yeah.
Easy peasy.
Going to game.co.uk and then that works. It does take like 48 hours, but it does work.
Yeah. Like, revved up Tuesday morning and I got my codes. Like, I don't need this GameStop garbage.
Deflated. Greg, question of the week.
Hold on. What is the question of the week?
Easy one this week from Kevin. What does your Hisuian regional form look like? Oh, is he talking about us? I thought he was
Us.
saying, what Pokemon would you like to have a Hisuian form?
No, what do we look like?
What do we look like? Can I be smarter? Is that
No.
possible?
That's not an
No.
appearance.
It's appearance.
Sorry. I mean,
I
maybe
mean,
you
you
have
can put on your
glasses.
big
Die like
glasses.
Zorua and then get
No.
reborn as a more intelligent person?
No.
No.
I don't like this question anymore.
I want to say, I feel like I would be more formal in this region. I would
You're
have.
already formal.
What are you talking about? I barely am out of a t-shirt and jeans most of my life.
You showed up at Community Day with $100 original Stitch shirt.
Because you were streaming, I had to look good on your stream. I wasn't look like a chump.
That's true.
Plus, that's a great shirt.
It is a good shirt.
And it is a casual style shirt, I might add. I'm talking formal. I would wear a tie. I would have an armored vest because I'm not going to be murdered by a angry ghost
Oh,
out in
would
the
you
woods like
stop?
that.
They're sweeties.
Can I
Not when
just
you
be
first
like-
approach.
I want to be Southern. Like, I got an accent. I eat grits.
You
That's my
like
Hisuian
grits?
form.
How about this? Your Hisuian form eats vegetables.
Have you ever even had grits?
I had it with Drew.
Yeah, but Drew said those grits were bad.
It was like
But
eating
even
glue.
for,
I don't know how.
Even for Drew said a person who likes grits, those
Oh, I
grits
like
were
grits.
I don't think I think I got. He told me I should get cheese on it, and I was like, no, because
grits. Cheese
I was
grits.
like, I don't know what grits taste like. I need the authentic grits experience
The
before I
authentic
try
grits
it
is
with
you
cheese.
get the cheese grits.
Authentic grits is with cheese. Authentic grits give flavor
Ugh,
through other things
my-
that are not grits.
Hisuian form is, think Indiana Jones, but slightly more handsome.
I'm into that.
Oh, now
Whip or
Siri's all
without whip?
upset.
With or without whip.
Well, I don't do guns, so I'll stay
Oh,
with
yeah.
the whip.
Yeah, I'll whip. I'll whip all the time.
This is from Tom off our YouTube. If you also want us to do question of the week, you can leave a YouTube comment. Also hit the like, subscribe button. Do you think we'll see any ancient fossilized Pokemon in Legends of Arceus, and what types would they be? Assuming, of course, that fossilized Pokemon would gain the Rock type as an effect of the defossilization process. Would be great to see how some of these Pokemon originally looked.
I would counter argue that they gained the rock type as part of the fossilization process, not the defossilization process.
like
but
when
that's
I said
splitting hair.
de-thaw
Yeah.
earlier.
Yeah.
Oh my word! Do you know that de-thawing means freezing something? But, anyways, number one, I don't think that Legends Arceus is that far in the past that we'd be walking.
Yeah, you got a cell phone.
Look, we don't know what year it is.
We
So
got a cell
anything's
phone and a
out.
VHS player
then again,
and
Crown Tundra has made the concept of fossil Pokemon also askew.
I don't know why people say that.
Because you've got the Auroras walking around.
Yeah, it's not like people haven't been breeding and releasing in those games forever. They just migrated over.
You got a point.
People have been making those eggs and put them into the world for hundreds of years at this point. So what is it in Sinnoh? Sinnoh was...
Oh, is it with the awful ones like Bastia?
Yeah, it was Shieldon
Ramparados
and...
and
Yeah.
Bastiodon or whatever it is. Shieldon, Bastiodon.
I mean, so Cranidos is just pure rock, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So wouldn't it just stay rock?
I think they're saying like a fossilized version of like Sandshrew. Like Sandshrew is a fossil. Well, I'm using Sandshrew as an example. Like, would you see a Hisuian form of a non-fossil
I
Pokemon
thought
that would be a fossil?
What I thought was more like
I have to look at this question. I don't
Since
trust how you're
the
reading it.
fossils gain the rock type, like
Oh, they're asking the opposite.
Right.
what would Omanite non-fossil be?
Be
Not as a fossil.
It would be
Yeah.
water what? Or would it just be pure water?
Would it still
I don't
be
think any of the
possibly the
fossils are
worst
interesting
Pokemon and
enough to
least relevant
change.
Pokemon ever?
I think it's more interesting to take a Pokemon that wasn't a fossil and make it a fossil versus like I don't see how Ramparados or Kabutops or Aerodactyl gets any more interesting than what they are.
Do you think?
Like, I would rather see like a fossil version of Spinda. That would be rad.
Yeah, but this is in the past. So why would we have fossilized version of a thing from the future?
I know.
Why do we have cell phones and VCRs?
Look, I have no idea. This game is wild. Okay, so I think we'll get Shieldon as a steel fairy type, and the fairy got
Nice.
fossiled out of
Nice.
it.
Yes. You are correct.
Because it's a castle. That is my pick. We will see wild roaming Shieldon that are steel fairy.
Good call.
I don't know. Do something with Roggenrola.
I don't know that you're... Moving on. It's Delmise.
Oh, no.
Pokemon of the week.
All right. Well, nobody got Pokemon of the Week last week. So, rather than giving you a new Pokemon of the Week, I'm going to make you all feel bad by making it slightly simpler, but still not giving it away. It's the same Pokemon of the Week. So last week, the clue was, this is a find the Pokemon in the tall grass kind of clue. And then I said, on this cool October evening, the shadowy nautical creature set out to deceive. All right?
Delmise.
And then everybody was like, Delmise. And I was like, number one, I've already done Delmise in the past.
Yeah, but you also had done Dusclops in the past.
And I
Like,
admitted
let's
that
not
was an
talk
error.
about-
That was the throw you off.
All right, so this week's clue. Now remember, it's the same Pokemon because I was so disappointed that nobody got it. The Pokemon Delmise is 12 foot 10 inches or 3.9 meters tall. Here is the rest of the clue. Why not Delmise? Why not Ghost? Why not Grass? Why not Dark? Why not Water? Must one be these things to hide within the shadowy nautical creature?
I
Done.
don't think you know what nautical means.
I
If
don't.
you couldn't get it from that,
Does it mean like an owl?
Nautical?
Yeah.
Nautical is water ship stuff.
Oh.
wait, let me say that last line
Like
again.
SpongeBob?
Let
Yeah,
me say
like
that last
SpongeBob.
line again. Must one be these things to hide within the shadowy nautical creature?
Sandy Cheeks.
Oh my! I can't with you kids anymore. That's wow.
Plankton.
Wow.
Whatever the squirrel is. Nautical
Maybe
is
you guys
related
just
to-
don't know all the Pokemon. Maybe that's the
Oh, I
issue
know them
here.
all.
Oh, here we go.
Here we go. I play Pokemon Masters. That's just trainers.
I know all the
Caitlin's
trainers. I know
butler.
the name of Caitlin's butler.
Change Pokemon of the week to character of the week. Who was Caitlin's butler?
Butler. Dragapult.
Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching on YouTube. If you're watching on YouTube, thank you for listening to the podcast. We are 3 weeks away for Diamond and Pearl. I think, actually 2 more podcasts away from Diamond and Pearl, but 3 weeks technically. So we'll have a series for that. I think it'll just be Greg and myself for the series. Will plays at their own pace. We'll
You got
just
that
play
right.
fast. Greg and I are game gobblers.
I also take the week off because it's,
And with
I need to burn
Caitlin's
up
butler
vacation.
at our side, we can plow
Yeah.
through these games very quickly.
I mean, I already played them once. How much do I have to pay attention?
Played them before. They're fine.
It's a faithful reproduction. I played the game faithfully.
We're actually just going to play the originals, record it early, put it out. Easy.
Nobody will know.
Will is at Wash in the Sink. Greg is at White Wing. I am at Dragging a Lake. If you have Twitch Prime, feel free to use it this next week. Even though I'm not streaming on Twitch, I will still happily take your Twitch Prime. Don't use it on anyone else, please. Use it on me. I'm desperate.
I use it on somebody else because I need to get my daddy emote to drive you crazy.
You were gifted a sub, though, this last month. I
Yeah.
think. Yeah. Thank you for listening. We will see you all next week. This has been another episode of the Pokemon Podcast, and we are
Super effective.
Super Dia de los Muertos.
Los Muertos.